The Untouchables is directed by Brian De Palma and stars Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, Andy Garcia, and Robert De Niro. And now this film tells the story of Al Capone, who was a gangster in the 1920s on the streets of Chicago. And he made money off of the Prohibition Act, which made the consumption and transportation of all alcohol illegal in the United States. And Elliot Ness is a federal agent who is assigned with the task of taking Capone down. Now this film is beautiful. It clearly is. It just is. I can't. There's no words to describe it. The plot is very simple, historic, but very simple and beautiful. The characters, which some are fictional, some are factual, and they're portrayed beautifully. Kevin Costner, who portrays Elliot Ness, who I absolutely loved in Draft Day, as well as Robin Hood and Field of Dreams. And then also Robert De Niro, who was portrayed in the legendary Goodfellas, but also in Casino and like The Intern this year, but whatever. Sorry, that was dumb. And this movie, it really is beautiful. The directing by Brian De Palma is untouchable. Yes, it really is. Brian De Palma also directed the very first Mission Impossible, which I very much loved, but this film was nothing compared to Mission Impossible. It really wasn't. There was a scene, there was at least 3 scenes actually, that were all one take. Okay, there's one scene in a police station where the camera rolls for a total of 2 minutes and 6 seconds. That's flippin' unbelievable. And then also the scene where Jimmy Mellon, spoiler alert, is assassinated, and that scene is at least also 2 minutes, 2 hours. And then there's a scene when Sean Connery, Jimmy Mellon, and this other older cop get like a fight in an alleyway, which kind of reminded me of my 2 grandpas going at it, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, that scene was also very long. Now this is a school project, so I do have to talk about some of the historical accuracy in the movie. And I did a little research, which I will leave a link to the description down below. And I'm sorry, according to that website, I didn't really find much historical accuracy. Besides the characters, Elliot Ness and Al Capone, there really wasn't much. Jimmy Mellon was a fictional character. And I also believe George Stone, played by Andy Garcia, was a fictional character, but I could be wrong about that one. Also, there's an accountant assigned to the team of Untouchables, who had really dorky glasses and a big hat, and he was good in the movie, but he was also fictional because Elliot Ness's team never handled any of the tax law income stuff. They were just focused on the raids of beer factories and beer and secret bars, and it's just. Yeah, and then also the horseback ride scene on the Canadian border is also a fictional scene, although very cool action. And then the train station scene with the bookkeeper was also a fictional scene, which also very cool action. That was very the highlight of the movie for me. And then also a few fun facts about some of these characters. Elliot Ness had several affairs with his separate from his wife, who had a child in the movie. And then he was also an alcoholic, which is kind of ironic because he, in the beginning of the movie, tells all his police officers that now that they are on the police force and trying to enforce the prohibition law, they should not be touching any sips of an alcoholic beverage. So that was kind of interesting. But movie reviews aren't only based off of its historical accuracy. So to wrap up this review, I just gotta go over the points again. The characters were very well created. Some were fake, some were not fake. Not fake, I'm an idiot. The acting was very well done. The directing was unbelievable, or untouchable. I like that pun. The setting was very well created. I like the environment of the Chicago in the 1920s. The director did a very well job of doing that. So yeah, this movie was really unbelievable, and you should go check it out, right now. Hit pause and go watch it, because I gave The Untouchables an A.